So every month she will send a seed. The man said, why are you sending me money? I'm married now. He said, that's my support to your ministry. I lost a good man. Don't lose good people before you realize it. You see, one of the traits of good people is that they are very unconditional. 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 They are very unconditional. Everywhere is quiet now. Unconditional. They do things without looking for anything in return. Unconditional. We are in a conditional generation. Conditional. I saw a post or a video of a man during the election. He fixed a transformer. You may have seen the video. He was campaigning. He fixed a transformer for people. They didn't vote for him. After the election, he went there and removed. And people were insulting him. I said, why are they insulting him? Somebody gave you light. You didn't vote for him. You like darkness now, so he came. So that's the generation we are in. It's a conditional. Let's learn to celebrate good people. If God has given you a good person, this is the right time to express it to your wife and your husband. Thank you. Thank you for being a good man. Thank you for being a good woman. Thank you. Thank you. There are women, once you just shout on them, they strike. No food. And no food. They strike. There are people, men. I've seen men, once they are angry, both the wife and the children will starve. Have you not seen them? Everybody will starve. The way they punish their spouse is they deny them finances. You have a husband, despite his anger, he still supplies. You have children who see their mates being useless, but they say, no, I can't bring dishonor to my parents. Thank good people. If only they had known, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Thank them. Number 3, I want to pray. Everything written must be fulfilled. You must understand the power of prophecy. If what was written must come to pass, you must understand. And that is what the strength of the church is, the prophetic word that was spoken over the church. Prophecy rules the spirit world. God is always ahead of the devil. Prophecy makes us understand that God is always ahead of the devil. Prophecy brings confidence and is enforced by declaration. You can fight a man, but you cannot fight his prophecy. You can fight a man's office. You can fight a man's position, but you cannot fight his prophecy. What has been said and written about him must manifest. The soldiers tried to bring a stone. They covered the grave. They did everything to make sure it doesn't rise. But you cannot fight prophecy. If God has said the young man is going to be great, fight him. Do anything you want. You can't fight prophecy. At the right time, the prophecy must be fulfilled. Rise up, gang up, conspire. Do anything against him. If the hand of God is upon his life, what you do against him will only accelerate him. Anyone that wants to drown a basket will end up breaking their back. You want to drown a basket, you end up having waist pain. When God's hand is upon a man, sir, anything you do gives him energy. You can't fight a prophecy. Prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost. People who are fighting you don't understand they are fighting prophecy. They are adding their fight to the script. So that one day when God has lifted you, it will be said that there was a time. There was a time. There was a time where people fought you, where they rose up, where they conspired. But whatever they did kept you standing. As Bishop Idahosa one time went to Maduguri and the place was packed and was asking, how come so much crowd? That was the period when his face was on all the newspaper that he was the head of a confraternity. I read it. People read it. It was all over the papers that he was the head. Somebody came out and confessed that he was their head of that confraternity. So when he went to Maduguri, everywhere was packed out. And all of them said they came to the crusade to see the head of a confraternity that is doing miracles. They came to see. And he said he went to the Lord and said, Lord, what is this? God said, it would have taken you millions of naira to be on all the front page, but I put you free. Free of charge. And when they came, they saw the hand of God. Before they left, they said, no, this one is a child of God. Listen to me, you can't fight prophecy. Anybody who you sense, once you sense the hand of God on somebody, leave them alone. Once you sense the hand of God, whether it's a singer, whether it's the prayer band, whether it's a banker, whether it's an academician, a health worker, once you sense the finger of God, walk away. Because the more you fight them, the more you are fighting the God who called them. You are fighting the God who gave a word over them. And God is going to come for you. Anything you wish for an anointed is what happens to you. If you wish evil for them, it happens to you. There are people sitting down now, every day they are watching you. They are just waiting to hear that something negative has happened. They will wait in vain. What they are waiting to happen to you will happen to them. I'm telling you, what they are waiting to happen to you will happen to them. You cannot fight prophecy. You can fight a man's office. You can fight a man's talent. You can fight a man's gifting. But you cannot fight a man's prophecy. Prophecy came not by the will of man. Listen to me. Every one of you, there's a prophecy on your head. If they could not fight the prophecy of his resurrection, no one can fight your prophecy. Be upstanding. No one. Tell somebody something is written about me, and it must come to pass.